Mr. Old Games, and welcome to episode number 2 of, or episode 0.2, or point 0.1, however you want to call it. This is going to be our roster look over, our extension, in our extensions. We're also going to set our rotation, set our lineup. We're going to get to the regular season, set our rotation, set our lineup. Hope the AI does not put Paul Scenes in the MLB, so we have to use an option to send him down because I want to keep him in Double A until he realistically would move up. But I hope the game is improved in that area. So yeah. All right, here we go. Contract extensions. We'll start that right now. Alrighty, so David Bednar, 29-year-old closer, really came onto the scene when he went to Pittsburgh. He's been a reliever all his life. Has not or at least in his MLB career, he has not started a single game. He's approaching 200 games, 200 innings in his career. They added an awards tab. That tells you how little I paid. I wanted to keep everything pretty much a secret. That's honestly cool. Okay? That makes it really fun because now I can actually look at a lot more stuff. But yeah, had a career year last year. He was an All-Star 22 and 23, so we'll take that. He has 61 saves, 9 blown saves, 92 in this roster. 2 years of arbitration, and you'll have to. We'll make that offer. We'll get his 2 years of arbitration. Now he only won $6.5 million, so we will do the year-old trick of giving him $6.5 million, or giving him the money that he wants. The budget with Pittsburgh, I don't believe, is too high, so we're gonna have to be pretty careful. But I like that he didn't want that much. O'Neal Cruz, probably our future cornerstone guy. Definitely going to extend him. I don't know what the heck that was. You guys probably didn't hear it. Up until 2028, which is a 4-year deal. Now he's not gonna like that until I get his money up. We'll give him 12. Sometimes you got to overpay. Andrew McCutcheon, obviously, we're not going to make him an extension right now. See all of his amazing awards, though. Played for us last year. He is 1 home run shy of 300 career home runs, which we would love to get that with him in a Pittsburgh uniform. He has not played in Pittsburgh since 2018, I believe that was. And then last year he came back and actually played pretty decently in 112 games. I believe it was an Achilles injury that he had. We will not extend him, though. Hopefully we'll be able to get him his home run, and maybe he'll retire as a Pirate if he's willing to come back on a very small deal next season. When I get to that point, then I'll consider it. But Jack Sawinski, another young guy who was a breakout last year. No awards, so it looks like the awards tab goes away when he does not have any awards. Kind of would love to have that stay on there. That way you could see if they... Be surprised if they haven't won any awards, I guess, but that's alright. Definitely a power hitter who strikes out a lot. But yeah, looking at his numbers, lefty who plays lefty. He's right field, so he's another outfielder. But he's only 25. He has again 4 years excuse me, of years left. We'll definitely give him those 4 years. Won't be as good as Cruz, I feel like, so we'll knock it down to 11 million. He still is alright with that. Rolla Chapman. I will not comment on the video. If you guys saw what video I'm talking about, I will not comment on it. I saw it for like 5 seconds, and I was kind of scarred. But we're just gonna let that go. Okay. Dari Moreta. I'm hoping I'm not mispronouncing these names too badly. He's 27. He's 73. He is a relief pitcher. Looks like he's been serviceable. Looks like he'll get some innings. Um, does look like he has control issues. He's a flamethrower guy that when he's on, and when he's off, he's off. I feel like we will extend him. We'll give him 3 years to get him out to his age 30 year. Give him 6 million total, so 2 per year. Jared Triolo, looks like he played pretty well. We'll just give him whatever they suggest. That is interesting. We'll knock that down a little bit. He's a 26-year-old third baseman. I believe he was a B potential. Henry Davis, he played right field for them last year. Did not hit the ball well, but that was his rookie season. I feel like he'll be of really good use for us when he moves back to his role. Connor Joe, 31 years old. He's been on the scene for quite a while, a lot longer than what some people might feel like. He's a utility. He's kind of a utility man. Can play corners in both infield and outfield. I don't know if I really want to give him an extension. He still has 3 years of arbitration left. He is definitely a guy that can definitely play AAA for us. We will probably hold off on extending him because he is 31, and I don't know how much money does he want. He wants to get his interest meter fully up. He wants roughly 2.4 million per year, which isn't bad, but again, that's at 5 years, so that might actually go down, but it doesn't matter. Well, we'll wait on him. Roranzi, sorry. He's only 24. Not much to say. Hasn't had the best. Didn't have a good season last year. Looks like he did not. He pitched out of the bullpen sometime last year. Maybe a long relief role. Which judging, I don't know how a rotation is, but that's a possibility. I'm fine with having him extending him for 2 years. Rowdy Tellez, I remember him playing with the Buffalo Bison when I went to one of their games. Really good power hitter. I believe health is a concern, or he's just had a lot of issues with hitting the ball well. 29, no arbitration. First baseman. Another guy who we will hold off on extending. A guy who will probably be a depth guy. So yeah, Leover Peguero, young guy, player that no point in not extending. Edward Olivares, he's like I said, he was with Kansas City. He's a left fielder, 70 He's already 28. He has 2 years of arbitration left. He's actually been pretty decent on the field. Last year was his first year. We really got a chance to showcase some talent. We'll give him 2 years and save some money. We'll knock it down to just a 2-year, $1 million or 2-year, $2 million deal per year. Colin Holderman, a guy that looks like he has 2 seasons of playing time. Again, walks look like a potential concern, at least his rookie season. 14 walks in 28 innings. A walk every 2 innings. So, and if he's a relief pitcher, if you only pitch 1 inning, you're walking a guy every other appearance. That season, and the season was a little bit better, but still, it's quite a bit of walks for a reliever. Looks like he does throw fast. Since he is 28 and since he has some years of control left, we'll get him for 2 of those years, and we'll knock it down to 1. We'll knock him down to 2.5 because, yeah. Martin Perez, not going to extend him, but believe he won a World Series last year. Um, maybe not. I thought he won a World Series. He had to have won a World Series with Texas. Or they don't have World Series on there. Yeah, it's possible. But he's been with Texas for a long time. And he went to Boston, Minnesota, then back to Texas. He's not a guy that we'll have on a team, though. Yasmani Grandal played for the White Sox. Really good in his 2021 season, but his 2020 season wasn't bad either. But yeah, he is old. He's 35. He'll be a backup to Henry Davis. Andy Rodriguez, honestly, is a guy that will probably put. We might actually end up DFAing Yasmani at some point this season, or just waiving, and if he clears the waivers, he clears waivers. He'll spend the rest of the season in AAA. But we are going to have Andy start off probably in AAA. But we will give him an offer. Would be foolish not to. Nick Gonzalez, second baseman. He looks short. He is 5'9". Essentially a contact type guy. But no, again, no sense in not extending him for that. Jason Delay, deep potential, so he's not going to improve at all. He's a guy he's one of those perennial depth pieces that you could have, and just sometimes these deep potential guys usually play pretty well for you when you play with them. They just don't get better. But yeah, we'll keep him. Jose Hernandez, again, a guy that can strike out a lot of people, but has some potential control issues. Well, he's only 26. He potential. He has time to do stuff. Let's give him a 2-year deal. Ji-Hwan Bae. Did he get suspended for PEDs? Sorry, I thought I heard someone get suspended for PEDs. Maybe it was for a fight. Oh no, I remember. Okay, I see why. I had to look out his suspension. But it's for something else that I will not talk about. But he's only 24. He's a guy that we could have potentially long term. So yeah. Bailey Falter, 26. This is when we start to get to players that could have been something that just need a chance to see if they can actually perform. He is a starting pitcher. He played pretty well in 2022, but then he kind of dropped off. Still has plenty of years of control on him, so we might as well just give him a 2-year and just see what he can do in the minors. Luis Ortiz, not a lot of time in the bigs. In fact, 22 appearances, 102 innings, so he was a starter last year. Wasn't awful, but he just cannot have, he has no control. Look at those walks. 48 walks in 86 innings. Man, pitch 9 innings, you're walking 4 people. And he does not strike out a lot of people, looks like. So, did they have his Ks per 9 in here? Yeah, I mean, you're almost walking 5. Yeah, that's just not a good stat line. But we will extend him. Ryan Barucki, he used to be a Blue Jay. He hit someone in the back, hit Kevin Kiermaier in the back because Kevin Kiermaier stole or took catcher signs. I remember that. I mean, his stats last year were good, but that's because he wasn't a bullpen guy. Usually these long starters, or these starters that fails to start or perform out of the bullpen. His stamina is down. Well, we won't worry about him right now. he's 30, so he's not a guy that we really should focus on. Quinn Priester, um, probably a former prospect. I know Josh Fleming was a former top prospect in old MLB games. He was top 50 prospect, I think. But after his rookie season, he's kind of gone away from being himself. Um, I love extending guys who are 27 on these 3 year deal. Oh my gosh, it's just like a some, I don't know if it's OCD, but it's something that I like doing. Jackson Wolf, 24, has barely played. Has one appearance, which is a start, which he won. Um, yeah, I did. Yeah, just gonna get extended. Alika Williams. I'm gonna pretend like I know all these players down here that are very young. But these young guys who have like barely any playing time, no sense in not extending him. I know this man. This man is not with the Pirates anymore. I believe. I believe he got waived, or maybe he cleared waivers. But he is Jackson Smith, Najigba's brother, who plays for the Seahawks. I think he has played in the majors, obviously. I mean, he has stats. So yeah, Colin Selby, just a deaf guy. Brett Honeywell Jr., another guy who he actually played for the White Sox last year. It looks like. I can't remember. I lost out on interest with the White Sox after the deadline. He looked pretty interesting. He looks pretty interesting. Again, he sucks with command. One of those. He's old. I'm not gonna worry about it. Josh Palacios had a pretty good year last year. In a year where he actually got, the Pirates had faith in him. I'll give him a 2-year deal just on good faith. But yeah, these are the remaining players that we will either not be extending, trading, or looking to potentially extend depending on how they perform. I definitely know McCutchen and Chapman. Well, maybe not McCutchen. I want to keep McCutchen here for the season. Unless he's like hitting 0-2-0. He's hitting 2%, basically. I just want to get him to 300 home runs, and whatever happens out of that happens after that. There's a good chance it won't be me. It'll be the CPU because I don't play every single game. I play opening day and I sim a little bit. And I'll explain what I do for simming here in just a few minutes. Chapman is a guy that I will probably look to trade at the deadline. He is going to be a reliever. He's not going to be a... okay, so he does not have his World Series wins on here either. So that's one thing that the game... I feel like they should change. Obviously, it won't matter for him because... Maybe it will. I don't know. Connor Joe's a guy that I want to wait and see. He has plenty of control, but the rest of these guys are either too old or just guys that I don't want on the team anymore, in the organization anymore. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at lineups and pitching rotation will set after I simulate through spring training. Where's the top 50? PPI. Okay, so this is it. Weird. Wow, we have 4. Okay, so prospect promotion incentive. I don't know what this means. I'm assuming this is I feel like PPI eligible players. These might be like those guys who are eligible to be promoted to the majors during the season. Maybe. Where's the top 50? Here we go. It was right above it. Jackson Holliday, I'm not surprised with that. Ethan Salas, not surprised with that. I believe he's 17 though. I know Jason Dominguez was 17 in the game at some point. Um, and there's Paul Skeens. He's going to be in Double A to start off the season, and he'll probably be a Triple A call up if he performs well in Double A. Evan Carter, man, Texas are already good. They won a World Series, and they're going to get even better. Jackson Churio, Junior Caminero, Colt Keith, Colson Montgomery. When I play with the White Sox, I'm going to love using him. Walker Jenkins, Jordan Lawler, who was with the Athletics. Pete Crow Armstrong, not the best player right now. Dylan Cruz, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This is the Dodgers player, the Dodgers guy. I'll show you his contract. Looks pretty good. You can only do 10-year contracts on this game when you assign them when you create them and assign them to teams. But here are his attributes for pitching. Pretty good. You can pause and take a look at there. Jackson Merrill, Drew Jones, Herschel Waldrop, Kyle Harrison, Tamara Johnson. That's another one of our prospects. He'll take some time, but I love him. He looks old. Excuse me. He looks like Will Smith. Aiden Miller, Noble Meyer, Max Clark, Jet Williams, Wyatt Langford. My gosh. Xavier Isaac, the Rangers. Oh my gosh. Lynn Shanuel, Dylan Lesko, Andayo Amador, Brady House, Andrew Painter. I am dumb right now. Carson Williams, James Wood, Harry Ford, Ricky Tiedemann, Mason Wynn, shortstop for the Cards. Yikes. Luis Angel Acuna, Spencer Jones. This is the guy that the White Sox wanted in a trade for Dylan Cease. Sebastian Walcott, Cole Young, Elijah Green, Ryan Clifford, Anquil Fernandez, Joe Gonzalez, Jason Dominguez. Jacob Gonzalez, I don't know him. Interesting. We must have drafted him. Tommy Troy, Jared Jones, and other prospects. So that's 3 top. I'm assuming they're doing top 100 for us. Kobe Mayo, Daniel Espino, Robbie Schnelling, Marco Luciano, Chase Dollander, Brett Lauder, Cade Horton, Brooks Lee, Arjun Nimala, Colin Hulk, Edwin Arroyo, Kevin Alcantara, James Triantos, Matt Shaw. Man, the Cubs have a lot of prospects. Mick Abel, Chase Hampton, Kyle Teal, Kyle Manzardo, Division de los Santos, Noah Schultz. He's also a guy that I'll be excited to use for the White Sox. Chase Petty, Jackson Jobe, Jacob Wilson, Drew Gilbert, Parker Meadows, Cam Collier, Sal Stewart, Tristan Crawford, Brock Porter, Tink Hens, Jefferson Caro, Dalton Rushing, Robert Hassel III, Chase DeLauder, Elvis Martinez, Drew Thorpe. That was one of the players that the Sox got back, and the Dylan Cease trade. Nice mustache. Jung Ho Lee, this is a guy that the Giants signed in free agency from Japan. Jackson Ferris, Anthony Solomato. That's another one of our prospects. That's 4 in the top 100. AJ Smith-Shaver, Edgar Quero, Diego Cartaya, Jacob Berry, Ronnie Mauricio, Sedane, Rafael, Bryce Eldridge, Thomas White, Emmanuel Rodriguez, another guy that the White Sox got back in Cease trade, Jacob Mizurowski, Brian Rocchio, Colton Cowser, Dylan Head, Owen Murphy, and then Brock Wilkins. So we have 4 top 100 prospects. And according to this list, all 4 of those guys are expected to be called up, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's 6. I don't know what this means. I'm unsure what that means exactly. But it's time to get simulating. See what happens. So we lose 2L. Hey, there we go. There's a W. I just want to see how guys do in spring training. Just going to simulate through this. Usually the speed pass through this. It's a career an injury. It's Andy Rodriguez. 1 to 2 weeks. Well, we'll keep him active. Shouldn't be too bad. And I will update on posts with simulations when I simulate of potential injuries. Last spring training game. And we are finished 11-18. So let's take a look at some spring training stats. Look at Brian Hayes. Immediately looking at this man, how well he is. I mean, this is the main guy for us. Pretty big contract. Just needs to stay healthy. Andrew McCutcheon. Hey, it is what it is. Brian Reynolds will definitely get that better. O'Neal Cruz. Manny Grandal played pretty well on 58 at-bats. Ready to list, pretty decent. Michael A. Taylor. Andy Rodriguez played pretty well. Henry Davis played really well. Love to see our two catchers of the future. All right, Andy Rodriguez is the second baseman. Does he play catcher? No. Well, who's the backup catcher? It's not Jason DeLay. Maybe Andy Rodriguez. Never mind. Just ignore what I'm trying to say. Nick Gonzalez, the perfect spring training. Guerrero, all right. Bay, all right. Joe, decent. Alvarez, Triolo, okay. It's only 12 at bats, but still. Not bad. Only 3 at bats, but okay for Palacios. This guy is a rookie who I don't know how we found him, but he looks pretty good. So not the best. It wasn't that bad. Here is our rotation. Really hope Paul Skeens pitched. Mitch Keller not bad. Herman Drew's not bad. Not bad. Is this a guy that played for the Mariners? This is a guy that played for the Mariners. Cannot escape him. Martin Perez actually pitched pretty well. Ashcraft, a 58 overall rookie, pitched that well. Wow. Was it Hernandez pitched pretty well? Holderman pitched pretty well. Chapman, not bad, but I expect something outings like this from him. Moretta, not bad. Bednar, not bad. Do they have spring training? No, they don't. It's already going down. -2. -2 on what? Home runs per 9? Oh my gosh, bro. Ryan Barecki did not pitch. So it looks like Skeens did not pitch at all, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. Alright, let's do the regular season. Let's see what the game forced. See how the inevitable Paul Skeens in the rotation. Oh, the game actually didn't put him in the rotation. Alright, let's figure out this rotation first of all. First of all, let's make sure Skeens is in AA. I don't want him at AAA. I want him in AA. Well, we'll make a corresponding move. Look at all these prospects. We'll put this guy at AAA. Probably should put a pitcher in AAA. This guy, welcome to AAA. So it looks like Randall, from that brief look, is going to be in the minors. So our backup. Okay, this is weird. So he is the backup catcher. Okay, but let's get our right-hander DH. Just DH is it's a universal DH, so it's all right. Let me look for guys that probably should be. I'm fine with Hayes starting or leading off. McCutcheon. really feel like I should put McCutcheon. McCutcheon's still fast for his age. I think McCutcheon should get our cleanup role. Sawinski will be our fifth guy. So I have actually a pretty decently speedy top five, and then you have Riley Telez. Then you get back to Taylor. So this team is actually pretty speedy. I think the rankings were like third for this team in terms of speed, so we'll probably take a look at stealing a lot. One thing I'm noticing is, number one, we have a 5-man bench, and number two, we only have 3 true lefties in the entire in our entire MLB roster. And Brian Reynolds is a switch hitter, but he's not a true lefty like Sawinski, Telez, and Cruz. Other than that, I don't see anything that make me to believe, hey, maybe we should switch out a guy. Is Gonzalez a prospect for us? I mean, Peguero is probably going to be our fast guy off the bench. Get us some stolen bases. I honestly like this. I mean, all these guys can play the outfield besides Peguero. So, I honestly like this lineup like it is like that. Right, or left-handers DH. That is not going to happen. Cruz is not sitting. He'll hit. He might. Let's put him at fifth. I don't like Taylor hitting fourth. Put Taylor second. Have Cruz hit fifth. Or no, we'll keep it. We'll have Cruz hit second. We'll have Taylor hit fifth. Sawinski cannot hit the ball against lefties at all. What about Cruz? Not hitting against lefties at all either, but he'll hit better than Sawinski. Sawinski will probably be our power bat off the bench. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. Right-handers, DH. Oh, thank goodness they got rid of the no DH. Happy about that. Thank you, MLB. Yeah, I like the lineups. Of course, you guys, if you want to comment down below this video, you can. I don't see any issues with it. Very fast lineup. Besides a couple players. Starting rotation, Mitch Keller is going to be our ace. I think he got extended too. Yeah, he got extended to 2028. I thought he pitched better than he did last year, according to his stats. No, those aren't terrible, but honestly, does not look bad. Definitely need him to pitch well again. He made an All-Star appearance. Probably the only All-Star on this team from last year. Maybe Brian Hayes too. Domingo Germán, what in the world is that contract? Is that truly his contract? I need to take a look at this. And that seems like a weird contract. He's on a minor league deal. So that is definitely not his contract. So you know what? It's all right for now. He won't. We'll play like this. If I even remember this, if we somehow don't trade him, if I want to keep him for next year, I'll just keep him on this deal. If I don't want him for next season, like I don't want to extend him, I'll just release him and I'll eat the money. We'll just do it like that. Or I'll just trade him at the deadline if he's pitching pretty well and we're not in the contender role. Ronzi Contreras is our third guy. And then Marco Gonzalez is our 4-man, and our 5-man Martin Perez. honestly, not the best rotation after Keller, assuming Keller performs up to his expectations. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. We're gonna have to win. We're gonna have to win ball games, and these are quite a few young. There's a couple of young guys. Well, actually, only Contreras and Keller are young. The rest of the guys are vets. Falter is kind of young. Um, then our bullpen, Moretta, Holderman, Hernandez. So Barucki is getting time up in the majors. And the Aroldis Chapman. I'd love to have a second setup man. We'll have Moretta be our second setup man. So heavily relying on these three guys to get us through those fifth, sixth innings, occasionally seventh innings when these guys are tired. Hopefully Bednar can pitch well, can play well. I already know that's going to get messed up. Yikes. There you go. We're going to have Skeens and Jones. That is going to be a wild double-A rotation. Budget, we'll just take a look at our budget real quick. So we have roughly $49 million that we'll have to be able to spend. We're a cheap team, but we could get a couple of nice players. Actually have a sponsorship. And yeah, gonna send a draft day now. No, I'm just kidding. I think we are good to go for opening day. I will not, obviously won't. I'll transition to it, but obviously not now. Real quick, how recording these games are gonna work. If you remember, for my Tigers franchise, I started off that first game trying to announce, but I'm just not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna let, I believe it's still Boog Sciambi and the color commentator. I forgot his name. He played for the White Sox. I believe it's still that duo. I hope it's not the duo from Road to the Show, at least from the Combine. Because one of them sounds like they're AI. I don't think it is. I think it's Buscambi and them. Again, I can't remember the other guy's name. I wish I did. But yeah, with that being said, no commentary from me during games. In terms of simulation, that's cool. We're playing at Miami. Miami was the team that I was going to control. Okay, good. They aren't going to have Alcantara pitch. Definitely going to play opening day. Definitely going to play Jackie Robinson Day when that's at the game. I think for these first couple months, we're going to focus on gameplay, and wherever we're at, roughly, I don't know. See, usually when I don't try to play every single game, which it never works out. It usually dies out by July. But usually whenever I try to play, not every game, I do the following game for a pitcher. So, like, if I use Mitch Keller, I will not use Domingo Germán until Domingo Germán's second start, which would be against the Nationals. And then after Domingo Germán, Contreras. After the Domingo Germán start, we'll do the Contreras' what would be his third start. So it would be first start, their second start, their third start, their fourth start, their fifth start. Then I'll go their 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10. And then we'll advance. I could do that. I definitely want to play Jackie Brown Sunday. I don't remember what day it is. And I do want to play the Mother's Day and Father's Day games as well. The 4th of July game. during the All-Star break for whoever our All-Star is, because every team gets at least one All-Star. We'll player lock for that game, assuming we get in, and home run derby if we have a player for that too. So yeah, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys stay safe. Next video that you will see is opening day. That being said, take care, stay safe, have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.